Well, good morning from Tewkesbury, and what a lovely morning it is as well. It's gorgeous, no wind yet, and the sun is out. It's lovely and warm. We slept quite well last night, so the plan today is hopefully to depart Tewkesbury and hopefully make it to Evesham, which is about 20 miles. It'll take about 9 hours, I reckon, with all the locks and everything. Got to do all the engine checks to make sure the engine's good. I've got to drop the rubbish off. Just got to top up a few bottles of water so we've got some water to drink, and then we'll get going. So, I'm not sure this comes under the job remit of captain, but we've just discovered we've got no gas on board, because it's not our boat. We didn't check gas, checked everything else but gas. So I've got to go to Costa with Katrina's mug and get her a coffee before we can go anywhere. We're just about ready to set off and we've got to go to Costa. The joys of boating. I don't mind, sunny. We've got no deadline for today because all the locks are just we do all the locks ourselves. We can cruise until whenever we fancy. So as long as we get to Evesham or beyond, we're well and truly ahead of schedule, so that's okay. Next stop then is Costa for me.
Thank you. Oh my god. This is really great.
So we're off. We just slipped our mooring. We've got to do a quick reverse 180 here. Quite tight, but we're 70 foot by the way. I haven't said that yet. This boat's 70 foot long. So we'll do a quick reverse 180, then we're going to head that way under the bridge and then onwards to Evesham, going through lots of places along the way. I can't remember where. Well, this is Shakespeare Marina. I mean, look how gorgeous it is. Water's dead calm. Skip's got a cappuccino and had your bacon sandwich. You were happy?
I will be when I've finished the coffee.
She's got to finish the coffee. Nobody talked to the Skip just yet. She hasn't finished the coffee. She comes with a hazard warning. But this is Tewkesbury Marina. Well, I think the marina's actually over at the bank. But this is Tewkesbury Marina. We're going a little bit slowly because obviously we all go slow past moored boats. Lots of interesting boats. We're counting the aqua lines. I wonder why. What are you pointing at?
That was from our canal.
Oh yeah, that one is on the Gloucester Canal often. I can't remember the name of it. It's quite fun trying to spot all the local canal boats on when you go on a foreign navigation. I say foreign being not ours. We're not overseas. We're technically kind of connected to it, so we're on it really, but not really. Sort of, we're on a river. Yeah. So we're just working our way to the first lock. Lock landing's just up ahead. The river's suddenly got quite narrow. That's the weird thing about the River Avon. It goes wide, narrow, wide, narrow, wide, narrow. It's very pretty though. Very pretty. Bit of a tight gap here, eh?
That's why I'm letting you do it.
Well, this is much tighter than I remember it being.
Because I did it probably. I'm we're in a bigger boat. Okay, I'm slow down then. I know, but like go backwards. Is that lock 70 foot? It's not like that. Oh god.
So I forgot on the river that when you finish with the lock, you leave the doors open. Coincidentally, somebody just come out of this one and left the doors open for us. But it does look like we're not going to fit. Because I'm just slowly going to go forward and bump the front against the gates. And then screw over sideways so it goes diagonally. That's my plan anyways. I tell you what, that lock is tight. As you can see, the bow is right up against the gate and the stern is over there, because if it's in the middle it touches that bit. So we are literally using the entire lock length to come up this lock. I've only opened the paddles halfway. We're coming up nice and slowly. It's not our boat, so we're going to be nice and gentle, nice and slowly. Up we go. We just saw a terrapin. Didn't think you got terrapins in the UK, not wild anyway. Just sat on a log, chilling, enjoying the sun. I mean, it's fairly sunny still. Some more clouds about. Nice morning though. Nice to be on the River Avon. Avon is so beautiful, so nice. So much nicer than the River Severn, which is just long and boring. But yeah, it's very good. I can't remember where we're going now, what the next lock is. About an hour and a half away, I know that much. Just keep following the blue wavy stuff, I suppose.
It's not very wavy.
Well, it's not very wavy. Just follow the blue ripply stuff, eh?
Oh my gosh.
Hold your breath, height please. That was Eccleston Bridge.
Eckington.
That's the one. And we're just coming up to the second lock of the day. I can't remember what the lock's called.
Nafford, I think.
Skip reckons it's called Nafford. This is interesting.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna fit.
If you're sure.
Yeah, 100%.
Are you in neutral?
Yes.
Good.
I don't know if you can see that, guys. That's a gentle reminder of how the river doesn't take prisoners. If you don't know what you're doing on the river, it'll swallow you and your boat. Probably happened during a flood. It's been there for a very long time, several years, and I still don't know what's happened. I've tried to Google it a few times and no idea, but it's still quite sad to see. I've said it before and I'll say it again. The River Avon is blooming lovely. Honestly, it's gorgeous. We just passed a floodboard thing telling us how high the water level was. We're just at the top of green at the moment, which means there's a bit of a flow which we're punching. We're going against the flow. But it's alright, it's not too bad. I wish I had my drone with me. Weather is lovely. We get some really nice drone shots, but I left the drone on our boat, so yeah, no drone for this vlog, or tripod, steady camera thing, so I can't film myself working the locks for you guys, so it's all hand filming, so quite a bit of shaking. I do apologise for the shaking. Katrina's pretty good now, she's good at filming. Maybe I should just give her the camera. Be better, wouldn't it? She's just down below now grabbing some lunch. I don't know where we are. Somewhere after the last lock and before the next lock. That's river life for you. So this one's Pershore Lock. Obviously we're just approaching Pershore, and we've got ground paddles here. So let's give these a go, and hopefully it'll be a smooth ride. So that's us just leaving Pershore Lock behind me. That was a bit fiddly to get out. River Lock's always interesting because it's never straight in, straight out. It's always in at an angle, out at an angle. There's a flow pulling you one way, wind pushing you the other way. Makes for some very interesting boating. Anyway, next stop we're going to be passing is Pershore. We're not stopping there though because our aim today is Evesham. Pershore's about halfway, so we've still got another 4 and a bit hours of cruising. Just gently touched. Apparently we're coming up to another lock already. It was only about 20 minutes since the last one. There's a bit of a boatyard going on here with a cool little crane over there. Lots of boats, lots of things to hit, but we're not going to do that. Is there a lock?
If it's not here, it's like a similar place.
I don't think it is a lock.
Okay,
It's just a boatyard.
It's somewhere like this.
Fair enough. Very pretty though, still. That's because the River Avon is just so pretty. Oh, hang on, I think I see a sign in the bushes. It might run out of focus as well. There might be a lock ahead. According to that sign, there is a lock ahead. Skip. What lock do you reckon's ahead?
The diamond one.
Skip reckons the diamond lock's ahead. We'll find out in a minute. I'm going to go ahead and say those two boats probably don't move very often. Oh, there's one at the back as well. There's a Oh, she's right about the lock. It's the diamond one. It's a bit of a weird shape, this one. As you can see, it kind of widens in the middle and then narrows down again. And it's also set against us, so I've got to close the doors, drain the lock, open them doors, and then radio Katrina to come through. Oh yeah, we're using radios because it makes life easy. And we're just coming up to the little village. It's quite a nice little village, quite pretty.
We're passing the village.
Hey? Oh yeah, we're passing it, yeah, we're in it. I think it's like one of those long, thin villages that gathers on the water. Any idea what this village, oh, go in focus. Any idea what this village is called? Jenny, any guesses?
Weir Piddle.
What?
Weir or Wire Piddle.
But doesn't it go into Middle Piddle?
No, this is W-Y-R-E Piddle.
Oh geez, the boat in front looks like it's on fire.
Oh.
It's not, there's a fire in the garden behind the boat.
Oh, great.
Smoking! It's just so pretty. I've got no idea where we are. None whatsoever. In the middle of nowhere. In the middle of the countryside. still. It's getting quite narrow and quite windy. Oh, we're coming up to a lock. Padbury Lock or Pidbury Lock or something. Don't know. Coming up to a lock. I don't know that much. Fladbury Lock. Oh, there's a lot of water moving. Just trying to steer with my hips here. So we've got weirs on the left, and you can see the water's flowing from the left to the right, and I've got to cut across that lot and then go to the right. So it's kind of going to help me a little bit, I think, but I don't want it to over push me into the bank. Hopefully there's no one coming the other way, because otherwise this will be fun. Oh, and there goes the water. Way sideways. Probably don't look much on the camera, but in real life it feels like we're going sideways quite fast, because you've got all the water flowing from that way. Oops.
This is the lock I was thinking of.
Oh Jesus. Oh Jesus. That is the water pushing us that way, pushing from that way, and we're going to go down this little creek. And the wind's blowing as well. Because, you know, always up for a bit of a... I wish I had a horn. I can't see what's happening. And the lock's set against us. Yay! Yeah, this is the one we're meant to stay at, is it? No, this isn't the one we're meant to stay at. Oh my goodness, look at the amount of water going over that weir.
But it's all dry out on the left end.
Yeah, I mean, only that bit only happens when it's flooded.
It's very pretty.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely in the green here.
Good.
Wow, look at all that.
Very pretty, isn't it?
Yeah, my arm's gonna fall off.
Oh, it looks like there's somebody working the lock going down.
Hey!
Oh, hey, awesome. So we're just coming up to another big angry weir, which means there must be a lock nearby. Just off to the right, there it is, and I can see here that it's set against us. Another one. There must be a boat going upstream ahead of us, which is upsetting all the locks. So I've got to go and reset this lock. This is This is Chadbury Lock, just before Evesham. Yeah, Chadbury Lock. And here comes the skip. Very good. Very good. In she goes. Let's see how much clearance she got in the front. We've made it to Evesham. I see a rower. We were going to, our plan was to moor here, actually, but we're ahead of schedule. So you know what that means? We've got to keep going. The more we do today, the less we've got to do tomorrow.
Can you see the other two rowers?
Yeah, I can see all three of them.
You only said one.
But I could only see one when I saw one, and now I see three.
Okay.
So this is the moorings at Evesham, just there on the right, just by a little park there. That's where we were planning to go. That was our planned stop, but we're a bit ahead of schedule, so we're going to move on. Look like quite nice moorings though. Maybe on our boat we'll come by here and park up just along there. They've got little rings to tie to. Bit of a green little area there, so you could have a little barbecue or something. Be quite nice, wouldn't it? You fancy coming here with our boat? As soon as we leave Evesham, we're up against the lock. Another lock. I reckon this one might be Evesham lock. It looks like there's somebody on the lock landing on the other side. Yeah, there's people at the gate. Maybe there's somebody coming down. Hopefully there's somebody coming down. That'll make life easy, won't it? Hopefully. Yes. Let's see. That was quite a violent lock. That one was very violent. Skip was like riding a washing machine.
Felt like a truck gone inside out.
I only opened it a little bit as well, and it all through the boat, left, right and Tuesday. Anyways, we didn't get back. There's the bridge in. If we weren't on such a tight schedule, well, I'd be stopping there, but onwards to somewhere else. Still chugging along on the Avon. Beautiful evening for it. Katrina's just waving at the fishermen. Beautiful evening. No wind. No boats. Just us. Just cruising. Right, we're just coming up to lock number 6,491 of the day, I think, or otherwise known as Othington Lock. At the moment we're going against hell of a flow. The river's really starting, as if you can see that on camera, the river's really starting to flow, hence our speed over the ground slowed down significantly, but that's because I think the river's getting narrow. I think once we get through the lock and we get above the weir, the river widens out a bit and hopefully we should start making some headway, because otherwise it's going to take forever.
It's making up names again.
What?
You said Offington.
Oh, what's it called?
Offingham is the village, but the lock is apparently called George Billington. But I thought the lock was called Offingham, not Offington.
What she said. Oh, I'm a silhouette. Alright, we're starting to play Risky Biscuits now. It's just after 8. The sun is getting low in the sky. We've probably got maybe an hour-ish. It's going to start to get dark, so we're going to start thinking about, just thinking about it, hauling up. Maybe. I'm a cruise in the dark. Robert Aikman, new lock, built in 1982, Skip.
Yeah.
She's driving boat, I'm filming. Yeah. 8:30 and we're just the other side of Robert Aikman new lock, which we've just seen come through, possibly. And we're just mooring up here. Flood safe moorings, not that it's planning to flood. But that'll do for the day, 11.5 hours cruising. Jenny's just finishing off getting the fenders and stuff. Careful if you're walking on the outside. Do you want me to do it? Let me do it, you're going to fall in. Jen, let me do it, you're going to fall in. That's quite cool actually. Can I get that on the camera? There we are. Mooring up just as the sun's setting. Thanks for watching this week as we conquer the first part of the River Avon. Don't forget to tune in next week to see if we make it all the way to Shakespeare Marina. Thanks for watching, bye! Why? I can't do it on demand. I'm not an actor where I say, and action, go! Right, we're just driving on our boat down the river, up the River Avon, just past the Diamond Lock, just outside north of Pershore, heading northbound against the current going to Evesham.
Because...
Big waves today. We've already seen 3 krakens attacking Willie the Welliest Weeby Dick, whatever it's called.
Okay, I give up. We've just left the Diamond Lock, which we shared with other people. And there's some weird boats.
Moby Dick, that's the whale I'm thinking of.
What are you talking about?
Dunno.
And there's a double wide beam. And we told you all about it, but I hadn't pressed record.
Really?
Yes. It was on picture.